Camron of the It Is What It Is podcast had a strong response to Elliot Wilson. Elliot went on the Rory and Mal podcast, and essentially he called out Cam's media credentials and people like Cam, artist turned hip-hop media. Elliot said everybody's media. Summer Walker is media. Camron is media. He's running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we are doing. And he further expounded on those comments. He said, Cam's interview style is cringeworthy. I watched it. It ain't popping. He watched Camron's interviews like, what are you talking about? Now, Cam obviously was going to respond to this. He said, this year just started and we just chilling, minding our business, sipping. And here come this Cuban Junior looking MFer with his salty hating ass. Elliot Wilson, you watch, nobody's checking for you. We the news source, get used to it. You a bona fide hater at his finest. And he went on to say some other things. He said, we're going to show you how it's done. All gas, no brakes. I'm going to give y'all my take on this. I think I'm the perfect person to discuss this. Matter of fact, I don't think there's a better person in the world to discuss this. Elliot Wilson had a legendary run, obviously 90s, 2000s, and even on up as a hip-hop journalist, right? And he loves it. And I'm 30 as I make this video. I'll be 31 in a couple months. So obviously have not had the legendary run that Elliot Wilson has had, but I've had a great run at it. I mean, to be from Memphis, Tennessee, and I mean, I've interviewed some of the biggest artists some of the biggest artists today. You know, I've had the pleasure of talking to them, and I've had the opportunity, and more than the interviews, to cover this thing at an elite level. There are people out there in this world, all over this world, that come to me as a trusted news source, and I take that responsibility seriously. So I've been pretty open about my journey, latter part of 2024, and it looks like we're going into 2025 with it. I've told y'all I'm ending this journey, and I'm only still doing this because I love it. And number two, I have not landed my next role yet. It's going to be a great role whenever I do land, but it's taking some time. So listen, Elliot has his own take on this thing. I would hope a video like this gets back to Elliot because I feel his pain. I will also offer this to Elliot. We're going to lose this fight, brother. We're going to lose this fight. What has happened to something that I went to college for in journalism and studied my ass off for? And like, while I was in college studying, I was also at night going to clubs, interviewing the Young Dolphs of the world, the Starlitos of the world, skipping homecoming to interview the Migos, like stuff like that. And then covering college basketball games. Like, all that stuff sounds good, but that shit don't matter not a damn thing in the era of social media. Conversations matter. And at the end of the day, former rappers or former athletes are going to get their hands on these conversations more. What Elliot is saying from this standpoint of Cam's interview style, he's lowballing questions. Well, I don't care what Cam says. He's not a good interviewer. But at the end of the day, Cam got credentials that Elliot Wilson don't got, that I don't got, and that we can't compete with. And I'm putting this out there. Anybody young going after a journalistic approach to their life, like trying to chase it, I'm going to be fucking real with you right now. This is as real as I could be with you. You may as well not even go to college for it. I tell anybody to go to college. I would say if you're going to college, though, to study journalism, don't waste your fucking time. Just start a podcast. I'm serious. You're not going to be able to learn. Like, one of the things that bothered me at the University of Tennessee, some of this shit I see today, I was ahead of the game on. Some of this stuff I was ahead of the game on, ahead of the curve on. And my professors didn't get it. I seen the era of YouTube. Now that's manifested into TikTok and everything else, but you can see this coming if you had sense, if you had foresight, if you had vision, right? I'm saying all that to say, if you want to go to college to become a better man, become a better woman, become grown up, be a grown up, learn how to pay bills, learn how to live on your own, learn what this thing called life can be about, go to college. You should go to college. You grow up in college. If it's to be a journalist, Don't waste your time. Go get a microphone. Go get on YouTube. I learned more on YouTube than I ever did at college, and I went to UT. I went to one of the best journalism colleges in the country, and I don't come from a background of journalism either. But y'all know my story. I got in college on a full ride because I was from the hood. That's the story, right? That's it. And I made the most of it. But at the age of 30, I'm now backpedaling essentially, and a lot of people won't be transparent about this shit, but I know I can help somebody out like this and talk it to them straight. I'm at the age of 30, and I'm now pretty much walking back steps I made at ages 29, 28, 27, and on back, right? Because it don't matter. It don't matter. Rappers are going to win in this space. Athletes are going to win in that space. There's nothing stopping Shannon Sharpe from being the biggest of deals. There's nothing stopping Camron from interviewing 50 Cent, from interviewing Stephen A. Smith. I would offer this to guys like Stephen A. and Elliot. You don't want people to just randomly say they're next you. Stop doing their platforms. Elliot Wilson is complaining about Camron and how he is becoming a big deal in media, but he's doing an interview with Rory and Mal. By the book of journalism, they don't have the credentials to interview Elliot, right? So like you can't have it one way. Elliot represent, and I'm salute to the legend Elliot. Elliot, in a lot of people's eyes, lowball people that he liked too. No way you can ask Drake certain questions in his house. No way you can ask Jay-Z certain questions. You just can't. Will Smith certain questions, right? We know better. We know that that's just impossible. And some people felt that lowball energy. And some people feel like those voids in the market allowed for athletes to come in the space and take over, because it feels like a realer conversation when Camron is interviewing 50 Cent than it does Elliot Ferro interviewing 50 Cent. Like, it feels like, because they got sweat equity in the game, they're talking about stuff that they live and stories that like they actually had in common with one another. But that's just the nature of the beast. I am telling young people out there, get the fuck away from entertainment journalism. I'm living it in real. I'm getting away. I do it because this is my job until otherwise. But I'm telling you, get away from it. The market is oversaturated right now. It will take you to be an astute business person more than a good journalist to figure this thing out. And I think I lack on the business side of it, right? If you're gonna attack journalism right now, go start a live stream, go play some video games and mix in a couple interviews, go do a podcast or two, get a laptop, a microphone. Don't waste your time in journalism. Listen, this is your boy. I got friends that are doing really well in life right now. They're in IT, they're in insurance, they're in financial advising. They get a few flights paid for a year. They make good six-figure money. You know, they're not stressing in the wee hours of the night. I'm shooting this video right now. It is 7 a.m. in the morning. I have not been to sleep with. This is the life that I chose. And this is the life that I'm walking away from while I still got some dignity before I start a family. Don't be dumb and ignore advice like this because you think you could be the next big thing. I would never tell you to steer away from your dreams. But if you're half-hearted stepping into journalism, let me tell you something straight up and down. I have not been half-hearted. I've been 100 steps down in this. You don't work as hard as me. You don't work as hard as Elliot Wilson. So unless you're coming in this thing ready to bang it out for years, and maybe you get rewarded at the end of the journey, maybe not. Maybe you're the next Kai Cenat. Maybe. But there's a 99% chance you're not. Go get a degree, and if you want to do journalism, you don't need, the thing is wide open. I got in, I'm not a rapper. Like I never preached to the people that I was from the streets. I preached good work to the people. If you want to get into space, go grab a microphone and a camera and tell your story. And the people will relate to you and resonate with you if they like you. But don't spend your time going and getting a degree for this shit. You don't need no degree for this shit. You know, one of the things that bothers me, and I'm gonna close out here. This video done went way longer than I ever wanted it to. When I first moved to Atlanta, one of the things that bothered me, the program director at one of the bigger stations in Atlanta. He's so trash to me, I don't even say his name. But this is a real story. The program director at one of the bigger stations in Atlanta, I was told, will not hire you unless you're an IG model. And that disgusts me in such a way. Like, he only values women with strong followings. And you could do as you may with that information. I got it on great source. I would never lie to you. He only hires IG. I don't even think he is the program director anymore. I don't even keep up with radio no more. But I bring that up to say, especially if you're a man, like, your chances are so slim at getting through the cracks. If you ain't top tier charisma, personality, go do something else. And if you want to play with this, do it without the degree. You don't need it. You do not need it. All right, this world is blowing up over. You don't need it. The credentials are out. I don't even think Adrian Wojnarowski, who was the best NBA reporter, I don't think he even went to school for journalism. I think he was a business background. You do not need a journalistic background to get into journalism. That's not where the world is heading. This thing is wide open, baby. All right, time, love, and support. I hope I didn't discourage you too much, but I gotta be honest, man. I'm telling you the life that I live. Not somebody else. I'm telling you my life. So when I hear Elliot Wilson, I totally get him. I totally get what he was trying to say on Rory and Mal, but I totally would finish them sentences that Elliot did not. We gonna lose because there's just certain things that you cannot compete with, and it's gonna be more rappers that get in this game. One day DDG is gonna be a podcaster. It just makes sense. What can I do with that? Lil Yachty has a podcast, and guess what? I was watching his interview with Lil Baby. It's kind of good. Right? Like, this is where the world is going. Podcasts opened up when the pandemic started, and it ain't even a lot of money in it, right? Unless you're already rich and you know the right people. Time, love, and support with your boy Never Take for Granted. Let's see if we can start this game off right. Get out there.
Rebounded by LeBron. And James has got the ball here for the Lakers.
I like that matchup. Get up, Tatum. You can't stop, big fella. And he grabs the rebound from behind his back, really.
Defense did just enough to force the miss.
Pulls it from the
good
top
shot.
of the key. And that
was a good look.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I did briefly.
I love LeBron on Porzingis.
We discussed just how difficult
I love this matchup for the King.
To guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player.
I love that matchup.
Don't fall for the
even today, raise your hand up. It's on you.
Here's Holiday. Outside White. Takes a three.
Nice.
Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
To the paint. And finished.
Finally.
Outside Reeves. Davis.
Let's do a pick and fade with AD.
James attacking.
Give me a little room down there instead of rolling down low. Give me a little wiggle room.
With such power. Watching LeBron on the attack is so much fun.
Here's Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. To the middle.
And one.
And the official calls a foul.
He's trash. I'm about to make him quit.
Inside. Here's Davis.
If I can't make this dude quit, I really have fell off.
Understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum
Stop
has
it.
a quiet confidence about
Get
him.
out, bro.
He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court.
He caught it.
All the talking for him.
Hey, look at that old geezer, that 40-year-old man.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
And I do think the game does a good job of, like, depicting Bron's body of where he is today, like his movements, but still, like, respecting what he can be on any given possession. I think 2K did a good job with that. I'm picking and popping with Reddish.
Two young ones coming up.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, you better burn one. You better burn one. You better burn one.
Celtics on D.
Oh, yeah, this is easy. LeBron still gonna little boy that young man today, tomorrow, and the next day. And the next day. And the next day. We there. Was that a crossover?
The kick out to
I'm
White.
asleep. I'm asleep. Lockdown defense. You're not getting a good look, bro. Get out there, Max. Good defense, young fella.
Los Angeles leading by 7.
Oh, I already see what I want. Ain't no time to waste. This is what I want right here.
Pass to Christie.
Easy. He brought Cater down to help off of Derek White down there trying to guard AD. It was an easy play.
Right side, Porzingis. Over Ashimura.
This ain't gonna work, bro.
Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he about to get up out of here. We need that quick. GG's. GG's, bro. Yeah, we about to get him on out of here. Yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go to work, to school, some. He gotta go. Getting blown out by me don't feel too good. It don't. Oh, yeah. He just chunking up everything. Getting blown out by me don't feel too good. It don't. Showtime. Oh, I missed my guy. Still got it back.
2 for 3 from the field so far.
It don't feel too good.